Hi everybody, my name is Critter and today we're going to be dealing with a couple of my cuties from my collection. I have two Asian Forest Scorpions who need to be rehoused. I'm a little bit worried that the larger one has gotten the smaller one pregnant. If you don't know, Asian Forest Scorpions can be kept together in a communal enclosure. Mine is just the two. So I have another 10-gallon enclosure right here that I'm going to be moving them to, which is a bit easier to access than this one. This one's kind of built in, and I worry that if we had some little ones show up, I wouldn't be able to keep them all safe. So we have our sphagnum moss here. We have some dirt, pre-cooked. I'm using coconut coir just from the hardware store. It works for me. A lot of soils tend to mold in the environment I'm in. I'm not sure what it is. Mold conditions really depend on your room, your environment, where you are in the world, you know. This is what works here at in my house. I have a new bowl for them as well as a brand new thermometer that we're going to be putting in. Asian Forest Scorpions like things to be around 75, 70 degrees. My room's 77, it tends to be, just from all of the heaters in here. It keeps both my scorpions and all my tarantulas pretty happy. I also have this big bin right here full of fun things to be filling the enclosure with, because an empty enclosure is a sad enclosure. So let's go ahead and get started. We've also had some problems with them charging us when we open up this front opening enclosure for them to eat. So this one's top opening, and it even has a little port in the lid, so that hopefully we won't have them charging us. So I'm gonna start by putting in this big water dish. Asian Forest Scorpions like to have a large, deep water dish. They like to be able to fully submerge themselves and bathe. So that is the first thing that goes in for me. And then I'm gonna just surround it with some dirt. These are bird food tubs that I have reused. They work really well for keeping my soil in. I'm gonna set that up. They usually like to make their own burrows. Asian Forest Scorpions love to get into whatever crevices. Scorpions in general are crevice crawlers. They love to get into nooks and crannies and just flatten themselves out. My zoology professor, for one of our labs, we actually got to see a flat rock scorpion and hold it. His hide was just a flat slab, and he sat under that. I'm gonna show you some of the things we're gonna put in the enclosure. I have this adorable little sign right here. It's 3D printed. It says danger, keep out. I've not painted it or done anything to it because that's unsafe for these guys, so it just is emboldened, but I hope you can see it. You'll get some good shots of the terrarium later. I also have these acrylic gems that are just pretty. I like to keep something in the water dish that they can grip onto, like stones would be in a natural puddle. First, I like to choose a few hides. These guys like flat things like this that are gonna let them go flat in there because they have a very long body. These coconut hides would work as well. They're not too big for them. However, I just feel like they wouldn't be as happy as something that would be narrower. This is a really good hide. It's actually broken. The other half is in one of my other tarantulas enclosures, but it's got a little thing, and you can see it's a very nice flat little hidey hole for them. So I'm gonna be really generous, and I'm just gonna start spraying the whole enclosure down. we can do a little mixy. And then keep spraying. This stuff holds a lot of moisture. So now that it's about at this point, I'm gonna add some of the moss to help retain a little bit more water in the soil itself, because these are a jungle species. Now I'm gonna add some more water to that moss to make sure it's nice and wet. Now we're gonna mix the wet moss into the top layer of soil. And you might notice your moss starting to look kind of dry again. That's because it really does absorb a lot of moisture. The reason I'm not mixing it all the way through is because invertebrates like to dig down to the bottom and drink some of the moisture that gets collected at the bottom. And the moss is going to prevent them from doing that because it's going to hold a lot of that moisture in it. Once that looks appropriately wet, I'm going to unscrew the top and pour the rest of the water into their bowl here. It's not quite enough, but I'll get more in a bit. Now we can start decorating. I'm gonna tuck their little sign here at the front. I'm also going to add some slate to the pond to help them anchor. Then I'm going to add a couple pretty flowers next to the danger sign because, I don't know, I think it's kind of romantic, the two of them. They're my only cohabitating animals, so I have a soft spot. Now, the important thing about having multiple animals in one enclosure is even though I always find them stacked together, I'm gonna make sure they have enough hive for, well, if I imagine there were twice as many of them. I really don't want them to be fighting over safe places to hang out. I think I want to grab one of the hides from Skunk and Prismarine's current habitat. Just a sec. So this is one of my favorite forest scorpion hides. It has 3 layers to it. I'm gonna dig down on the side here. A bit big. I'm gonna take that out. It's okay that this hide's kind of buried. They can dig down under it. I'm also going to place this hide in the water as a way for them to get in and out easily. This way they have several ways of getting out of the water. Most important thing about cohabitating is that they never feel trapped. A trapped animal is going to thrash out, and that's where most of the arguments happen in cohabitating. They always feel like they can escape, they can get away, then things tend to be a lot happier. That's why all of my hides are not one entrance hides like this. This might make a scorpion feel trapped or afraid if the other one were to come in. Finally, this plant is going to give them the coverage that the forest floor would in their natural habitat. And there we go. The habitat is done. So this is the current enclosure that I have Skulk and Prismarine in. Skulk is, I believe, a male Asian Forest Scorpion, and his last molt went a little bit awry. We had to do surgery, and he currently is thriving with one claw. That was about 4 months ago now, and he's eating and perfectly happy. Prismarine is the girl. She's a little bit more feisty, and she is in good condition but has not molted with me yet. I'm also concerned about the humidity in this enclosure. Even though we spray and water regularly, as you might be able to tell, it's pretty dry in there. I think their poop also blows UV. So we have this as a little precaution so that they don't charge us. Here they are. As you can see, they're usually together. She might be gravid, but I really don't know. The UV makes it a lot easier to see them and just deal with everything in this enclosure. As you can see, Skulk is very easy to deal with. Here we have him. But you can see his claws are extremely large in comparison to his body. This is what makes me think he's a male. Versus Prismarine over there has very small claws in relation to her body. We're gonna close this up temporarily and take him to his new home. He should run right, oh, there he goes, running away. But he's just kind of chilling there. He's a little freaked out. It's a new place. I would be too. Now let's get his lady friend. Come on, honey. Oh, your stinger's still out of there. No, I want your stinger to be in the cup. Thank you very much. It's not nice to have your, oh, and you're going on the wall. There's the feisty lady. He still hasn't moved from his spot. I'm gonna let her go down as well. See, she's either near a molt or she's got babies in her. And they're gonna go right back there next to my Pac-Man frog and my curly hair. This is Dumpster Baby. She loves to dig. I'm really not sure where my Pac-Man is, but you know, he goes in the dirt. He enjoys the dirt. Well, that was it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed my first invertebrate based video. I also do Minecraft on this channel, and I'm going to be posting some other animal related content soon, including stuff with my fish tanks and training my bird. So if you want to see that, please hit the subscribe button, and if you liked this video and want to see more stuff with the invertebrates, give it a like. We will see you next time. As I said, they love crevices. Bye-bye.